Hello, my name is Quentin, and this will be the last video you'll ever see this Honda Civic. Yes, you heard that right. This will be the last video you ever see with this car. And the reason being is because it's probably getting traded tomorrow. Now, the story is I found this car on Facebook Marketplace, and it's pretty much all car enthusiasts know we're always on Marketplace, even though we have no intention of buying any vehicle there. But one car caught my eye. I'm not going to tell you guys yet what it is, but you should know it is a car that I've wanted for a very long time. And I knew that buying that car while having this one was going to be kind of complicated, but I just shot my shot. I asked him if he wanted to look at this car, if he was possibly interested in trades, and he said yes. As a matter of fact, we've been talking. He's actually really excited to look at this thing. And I'm really excited to look at his car as well. We're going to be meeting up tomorrow in a city called Springville. It's about 30 minutes away for both of us. So it's going to be a really good test of, is his car going to blow up or is mine going to blow up? That way I don't have to deal with any heartache. I just watched this thing and it's all prepped and ready for sale. But that's not the main reason I wanted to make this video. I want to make a proper send-off for this vehicle, just like I did with the Corvette and just like I did with the 14 SI. So a story with this car, around a year ago, I wanted to buy another daily driver. I was tired of driving the Corvette and I was tired of driving the Miata every day. I just wanted a normal car that I can get in and just go. I had about $4,000 at the time to spend. I was looking at two cars. I was looking at my buddy's Ford Focus SVT that he just got into the shop. He had to put an engine in it. And then out of nowhere, the detail shop manager came with me with this car, a car that I've actually wanted to buy from him ever since I first saw it a couple of years ago when I was still working at the truck shop. He came with me asking if I wanted to buy it. He gave me an offer. I was like, okay, hold on. I'm going to check on this Focus, see if they can get this engine installed. And if not, I can get back with you. Well, it took a while for them to get back with me about that Focus. So I went ahead and bought this. Now, this was the safe bet. I've never had a Ford Focus. I did have a Mustang. That's my only Ford experience. And it was decent. It was pretty good. But I knew Hondas were always going to be good. And I didn't want to have to use premium fuel. That was really one big thing for me about daily drivers. I got tired of having to use premium fuel. It's really annoying. It's really expensive, especially if you're just going back and forth to work, which is mainly what I use this car for. But I bought the car on a Friday. I took it back home, grabbed an Uber, grabbed my Miata, and went back home as well. And that night, I went and took this car out on a car meet. Everyone loved it. They were really surprised. It's not very often where you see one of these not clapped out anymore. And the only thing this thing had was some faded bumpers, faded side skirts, bad headlights. Of course, I guess you can see that's all been fixed. This car is very fun. I had a lot of fun with it. I took it to a lot of car shows. And it's never given me any trouble in the 18,000 miles that I put on it. The only issues that it had was a check engine light because it was running lean. The belts were squeaking really bad when I first got it. And the last thing was the shocks. The shocks were really bad on it. The first thing I did was replace those belts. I had it done at the shop down the street. It was about $300. I didn't want to do it myself. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But I did everything else myself. The catalytic converter was the reason why the car was running so lean. After chasing the problem, I bought O2 sensors. I bought a fuel filter. And I finally found the crack on the headers of the catalytic converter. And I replaced that for about $100 at my apartment. It only took me about 30 minutes, so it was really easy. The last problem I had, of course, was the shocks. The shocks were really bad on it. I replaced those about, I think, February or January. I replaced those with my Max Peating Rod coilovers. 10,000 miles later, they're still good. A lot of people complain about them, a lot of people give them shit, but in my experience, they've been very good. I heard they're hit or miss, so. But I had no issues with them. I also put these wheels and tires on there, and the car's been great ever since. I've just been adding all my touches to it, and this car ended up being the most reliable car I've ever had, even more reliable than a Miata, which is something crazy. This has been the cheapest car I've ever owned. Like, seriously. The most expensive thing I've done was the coilovers and the wheels. I didn't even need to do that. Both of them together was around $1,000, so wasn't even that bad. So overall, this car's been pretty great. 18,000 miles, no issue. A lot of oil changes. I use the best oil that I can for this thing to make sure it runs good. Added my own touches. The Highway Terrorist, the Kanjazoku racing teams in Japan, which is what this build was actually inspired out of. I added the Del Sol seats to give it more of a sporting edge, make it feel like a real sports compact. It's actually the best thing I've ever done to this thing. I should have done it a long time ago. But yeah, this thing's been great. It's gonna be sad to see it go, but the car I'm looking at tomorrow is actually something I really wanted for a long time. And these cars are actually very, very rare. You never see those cars ever. I don't think I've ever seen one in person. And I go to car shows and classic car meets all the time, and I still haven't seen one. So when I saw that car on Facebook Marketplace, and this guy actually said he was interested in looking at this Civic, I had to jump on the chance. So the next time you guys see me, we're going to be heading out to go meet this guy. The sun's starting to set, so it's getting dark. And as they say, when you see the street lights, it's time to go home. So that's exactly what I'm about to do. Alright guys, it's time to head out. It's actually been a while since I made a POV video. The guy is on his way to our meeting location. So we're just going to do one last drive behind the Civic EX. Just like I said before, car sounds. I think I did a really good job with this build. But I think that was a proper send-off. If things go well, I'm looking forward to showing you guys the new car. But if you guys want to see some more content from me, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.